project came about because we've been having a lot of problems in a certain area of Little Ulton with young people. We was regularly in contact with the police, other agencies, and these particular young people were causing a massive problem. We wanted to look at what else we could do rather than just enforcement all the time, look at some preventative work, and that's where Change of Choices came about.
Day one was Challenge for Change. It was doing the assault course, building confidence, and then it was straight away after seeing real life prison cells and then speaking to an ex-offender. I think we got them there and then, grabbed them, and they wanted to come back.
When we did this, it was brilliant. I don't know how to explain it. You just need to do it to understand how good it was. Learning new skills as well, of like teamwork and communication with each other, and it was just exciting.
Over the entire week, the aim was that we give something back to them and had a fun and exciting week, but it was also educational as well, and it was a preventative week as well, and for them to have a chance to learn something.
It was something to do as well, like there's nothing in Little Ulton at all to do, except sit on the street, there's nothing to do, so.
And some of these young people had never even left Little Ulton, so we took them to a museum, we went to Manchester Magistrates Court, and the idea wasn't just to visit and then just have a look around, it was to have proper discussions with people.
But it was something different, like with the heights and teamwork as well, because that's what you need. Because if you know that your friends are there and these people around you, you know you're going to be fine.
One of the young people actually admitted that they had made hoax calls in the past and said after actually going to that to the fire service, said that's something that they would never ever do again, because they understand the impact that has on either saving other people's lives or the fire officers and time wasting.
It's different, like your mum and your dad and your family say don't do this, don't do that, but when someone else tells you and understand like they've been in our position, and it's just a lot more real and just not to do it.
It's come from them, it's not from us, and the feedback that we got, we had a session on the last day of the feedback, and that just said it all for me, where it's built my confidence. I'll never make a hoax call, I want to get a job, I want to go to college, I want to finish school.
We'd like to do it again, wouldn't we? Yeah. And it was really good.
And it's like, it tells you it makes you aware of what to do and not to do. Because we had like an alcohol and drug worker and all that came in and told us.
A cage fighter who's been in prison when he was younger and was telling us like not to go down the route he went through, like with hanging around on the streets causing antisocial, and it just like shocked us all really, didn't it, when he told us like how his life was and then how he changed it around. So we took that information in and sort of changed it all around.
He explained what he'd been through his life. He'd not been a nice person, he'd been in prison 8 times, and he said that his father died whilst he was in prison, and that is something quite shocking to hear for those young people. It made them realise that they don't want to go down that path, and that's something that can happen to them if they continued, and that's not something that they wanted. It just made it more real for them.
One of the big things that we really need to emphasise with this course, there wasn't a massive cost element with it at all. A lot of the agencies that we used, other than Go Ape and Challenge for Change, was partner agencies that actually volunteered their own time. Every housing association or local authority will have partner agencies who they're involved with, so it's just utilising them agencies and being really organising it, planning it in advance really, I think is the main key for it. I don't just think it's just a matter of booking it all in. It's fine, it is really getting the young people to engage.
We're not here to judge them, we're not here to look down on them, we're here to work with them. We want to build those relationships, because they do have they had a judgment of us and they had a judgment of City West, but now we've brought those barriers through spending that time with them for that week.
I'm not saying that they're perfect and you want to wave a magic wand and going to be absolutely fine. That's not the case. But I think for us, because even if we made a difference to 1 or 2 of them 10 people on the course, then it's worth doing again.